유발레 가에 사바나레 말레 디라히 주마기 가노샤나 마할리
5.5 years ago, I watched my first anime. On the recommendation of a podcast I was listening to at the time, I checked out Studio Trigger's Kill la Kill. Never before in my life had I seen anything like this. From the over-the-top fights to the ridiculous comedy, it struck a chord with me in a way that nothing before ever had. I watched the entire show in 2 days. Needless to say, my second anime was Gurren Lagann. To this day, Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann remain two of my favorite shows ever and perfect 10s in my mind. I'm a Trigger fanboy. I perfectly accept this label. I will watch anything they create. I literally signed up for Crunchyroll back in 2016 just to watch Kiznaiver. So when Trigger announced Promare, I was unbelievably excited to see what they would pull off with movie budget animation. And, well, the movie blew away every single sky-high expectation I had for it. It literally left me speechless when it ended. Out of respect for my blind experience, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the quality of this movie is otherworldly. The colors, the art style, the animation, the choreography, it's mind-blowing. I cannot succinctly describe to you what this movie actually looks like. I can say words that attempt to capture its splendor, but there are really no words that do it justice. Sawano's soundtrack is beautiful peak Sawano and somehow elevates this entire thing higher than it already was. It's a ludicrous piece of art. But more importantly, it's also essentially an enormous love letter to Gurren Lagann. It felt like every 5 seconds there was a reference or a wink at something that the people at Trigger have created previously. I mean, just look at Gallos' design. I made a joke when we were leaving the theater that this was the best Gurren Lagann OVA I'd ever seen, but I meant that in the absolute best possible way. By the second half of the movie, I had ascended to a higher plane and resorted to just squealing and flailing wildly every few seconds. I watched the entire final third of this movie with just the biggest, dumbest grin on my face the entire time. Just the most telling thing I think I can say about this movie is that it transported me back to March 2014. It made me feel like I was watching Kill la Kill for the first time again. It pulled an emotional reaction out of me that I was not really sure was still even possible in this medium. I'm just going to quote a friend here and say that I saw God in that theater that night. If you still have a chance to watch this in theaters, do it. Now. And if not, then buy the Blu-ray when it comes out and join me in rewatching this 500 times. Anyway, anime is really cool, and having things that make you childishly happy in public is really cool too.